Let's do a mic check. Check, check, check. Test, test. Check, check, check. Check, check, check.
See, if I'm standing, will let the camera get me?
Yeah, you're fine. It's a GoPro.
If I'm sitting here,
You want to stand. That's good. Yeah. So this...
I got a pain in the
I'm not hearing you, though. Move the mic a little closer to you. Check, check.
Check, check.
Okay.
Peanut gallery is up there. Hey, it's working. All right. Live. Sunday morning live. Oh, excuse me. It's the afternoon now. She didn't call yet, huh? Let's see what she says. Okay. While we're waiting around, because I don't like. Okay, that's all right. Well, let me chat with the people here. If you don't know who I am, and you're here, that's an amazing coincidence because I'm here too. Just, yeah, really, I'm here with you in this present moment. How's that? Test. You getting testy with me? Test, test.
Yeah, it's just, it was just
Over modulating.
Thank you very much. Thank you.
All right, already. I don't know everybody here, so while we're waiting, we didn't have name tags for anybody. Yesterday we had name tags, and then they made it easy for me, but. Oh, little guys are here. This is good. This is going to be very, very casual, as you can tell already. And you can tell from me wearing a suit and tie, I'm a very casual guy. And this is going to be me talking a little bit to start off with. And then in the tradition of India, where they have what they call satsang, I'm going to take questions. I mean, I don't care if you ask me about UFOs, near death, whatever you want to talk about. And if it's not too personal and you don't mind sharing with somebody, if you have a personal thing that you don't care if people listen in on the response, then I'm willing to talk about that as well. So, and afterwards, there's going to be some food here, Persian food, celebrating the New Year, which was a few days ago. And she's not arrived yet, but we'll have food at the end. We're going to be going till you have to be out of here at 3:30, right? Okay. So we'll be done sometime shortly after that, or before that, hopefully, 3 something. But if you have personal questions when we're through kind of doing the main thing, talk to me. Take my business card. And if you don't want to talk, send me an email. We will chat later. I will answer, even though I get about 12 to 1,500 emails a week, seriously. And I get up at 2:30, 3 o'clock in the morning to respond to people till about 8 o'clock in the morning. And I still don't get through them all. I will contact you. At some point in time, I'm going to have to say, watch my movie, read my books, So I know a few of you, and some of you actually went yesterday, and you actually you were still healthy enough to come back the next day for another helping of this. I'm impressed. The gentleman in the back with the glasses on, what's your name?
My name is Carlos.
Carlo?
Carlos.
Carlos! Oh, beautiful name. There's something about you that was, okay, now I know. Okay. All right. And what I usually do when I'm starting off, it looks like I'm doing nothing right now, but actually what I'm doing is I'm looking at you. I'm reading you. I'm reading your energy. What do you need? Not what you want. You came here wanting something, and I'm sorry. I'm going to give you what you need. And I don't even know what that is because I listen to whatever comes through. So we're going to kind of roll along, and shadow my friend over here knows that God knows once you start an Irishman up, you can't shut him up. He's tried, he's given up. So if I feel something, I'm going to talk about it. If you got a question, we'll talk about it. And that's what it's about. But it's also something a little deeper. This is not a talk. It's not a lecture. It's not a workshop. This is an energy exchange. That's why they wanted me to sit here and face that way. But I got to face and I got to eyeball everybody because this is where the energy is happening. And no matter what I say, it's not important. What do you mean it's not important? It's not really important. I could say anything up here. It's about the energy being exchanged. It's about me giving you something. All I ask for you is just to open up your heart, keep your mind clear. Don't question, don't judge, don't try to analyze me because there's nothing to analyze. There's really nothing to me. It just is what it is. Just this old Irishman that likes to talk and loves people. And basically what I try to tell people is we're only here to love. That's it. And if that may be service, you don't have to win a Nobel Peace Prize to be serving. Raising children is serving and loving. And if you raise beautiful children, that helps the earth. That helps this planet. That helps everyone. Somebody coming and going. All right. So, how many people have read any of my books? Okay. How many people watched any of my videos? Don't feel bad if you haven't. I mean, my wife doesn't even watch my videos. Come on. You know, I don't think you should walk across the street to sit. You gonna give a talk across the street? Nah, I'm busy. Yeah, it's too far to go. So, but basically, all my videos, all my talks, all my books, it's this rambling life that I've had. It's experiences. Now, for those that really don't know me, come on in, wherever you can find a seat. One right over here. There you go. It was waiting for you. I was obviously born, not hatched, and I have a very humble beginning. You know, a lot of people are born with silver spoons in their mouth. Well, my mother went to the hospital and said she was ready to deliver, and they didn't believe her, and they said, no, first we're going to give you an enema. Now you know where the story's going. It's a crappy story, but I got to tell it to you. Children don't listen. So, in the bedpan is where I was born, head first, into a mouthful of crap, and it's been that way ever since, right? It started life off, you can't get any more humble story than that. Not even Shadow's got a more humble story than that. That's it. So, but all my life, I've been presented opportunities for spiritual growth, meaning, if you look at my life, if you read my life story, you go, what do you mean everything in your life is perfect? Everything in your life happened as it's supposed to. And then look at my life. Let's see. You were in a year in a hospital as a child. You had 3 near-death experiences. You got blown up in Vietnam by a rocket. You got shot by a machine gun in the chest. You were in 7 helicopter crashes. Only 5 shot down, so I don't want to, 2 of them were mechanical. Falling off 2-story house this size a couple times on the driveway, flat. Car crashes, motorcycle crashes, 36 plus heart attacks, gallbladder removed, diabetes, 8 stents in there, quadruple bypass surgery, kidney stones a bunch of times, 6, 7 times pneumonia. The list just goes on. And yet, I'm telling you that everything in my life happens as it was supposed to happen. It's been great. What? What do you mean? It's been great. Because I looked at everything that happened to me as a gift, not a lesson. A lesson's a punishment. You know what I mean? It's like, go stand in the corner, that's a punishment. But if you look at everything in your life and look for the gift, unwrap it. Like, I've been fighting cancer since 1979. And I told the group yesterday that those that came, I've had, in the last 4 years, I've had 300 and some stitches in my face. I've had the nose cut off 3 times. I mean cut off. You're looking at, this is rebuilt from my shoulder. Forehead totally torn off. Top of my head cut off with a buzzsaw twice to get cancer in the bone. orbital sockets. I had big, huge tumors here taken out. I had cancer of the eyelid. Talk about, that's a tricky thing to deal with. It's very thin, your eyelid, just letting you know. Anyway, I've gone through my share, and I've never complained. There's never been a woe's me. I'm a victim, because I don't believe that. Things happen to you because you've manifested them, or the divine has manifested them for your pleasure. Everything happens to you for spiritual growth. Spiritual growth. I tell my friends that get go crazy with politics now, and I go, no, I'm not here for the revolution. I'm here for the spiritual evolution. So if you're coming for political statements or religious statements today, you're in the wrong place, because it's never going to happen. Not at any event by me. Because we're all one. And when you start thinking you're separate from everybody else, that's where all the problems happen. Separate religion, separate politics, separate whatever. We're not separate. In my world, there's only one pronoun. Us. Like, out here in California, what pronoun do you go? I get asked, what pronoun do you go on by? What should you put down? Him, he, they, us. Because all of us are one. We're all sharing this cosmic consciousness. So, you and I are one. But we're all one. There ain't nobody else. So, there ain't no chosen people. We are the people. There's nobody special, because we're all special. So just kind of keep that in mind, and that's kind of where we're going to go today. And if you have a question as I'm kind of rambling on here, and I'm rambling on because I'm actually transmitting to you as we're talking here. Because as you're listening to my stupid nonsense, this Irishman roll on, I'm trying to fill you with something. I'm trying to change your frequency. Spiritual evolution is obviously all about changing frequency. The higher you vibrate, the more light you generate. Oh, more light. Well, that must mean you're enlightened, because you're creating brighter light within you. In case you wonder where the word comes from, literally you are brighter. It's a brighter frequency. So that's what we're dealing with there. Come on in. Come on in. Hey, there's my buddy. All right. If you could probably right over here or over, right here is a good spot, right next to me. Hey, my old friends. All right. Come on. Hey, come on. All right. All right. I don't have a piano for you, though.
That's okay. Don't need one. Just need to hear you.
One of the world's best pianists, by the way. You could sit behind me on somebody. Tell you what. Okay, let's do this. Somebody can sit in this. Sit here. Here you go. Take this chair, and kind of move it over there. Right over here. That'll work. That's good. All right.
You can be heard just fine without all
That. All right. Wait. Happy New Year to you. It's Persian New Year's last week, so we're celebrating a little late. Thank you for coming. Oh, okay. And Pantea is bringing in some beautiful food. All right. And she brought her dog. And it's interesting because yesterday we had two dogs or three dogs I was dealing with. And we adopted a dog when we did something at your house. That's when people laugh because I had a third near-death experience. I was kind of skipping over the first two here. But the third near-death experience, I had this thing, and I was showing this panorama in the clouds, and it was all these faces of people coming from all around the world that I was supposed to meet and do something for. And then there was this dogs and cats and birds and other animals, hummingbirds, all kinds of weird stuff. And I found the birds, and I found the cats, and I found the dogs. They found me. And it's kind of interesting how that's just kind of happened. In fact, while we're kind of waiting for all these other interruptions to happen here, I even had a crow in that dream, a raven crow, kind of a blackbird like you got. So they're out there. They're all part of this because they're all connected with the one consciousness. And when you reach a certain level, certain vibration, everything becomes a part of who you are. And that's what it's all about. And you just came back from India, lovely you.
Egypt,
Oh, weren't you in India just before that?
October, yes.
Oh, October. Well, that's not you. Oh, well, I'm sorry. World travelers. No. I was, okay, with the pyramids and all, right? Did you meet any mummies?
Well, I met the guardian of the Sahara.
All right. Okay.
May I interject just for a second?
Yes.
May I offer a suggestion?
Yes.
This chair slide this way 6 inches, that this chair slide this way, and our fellow in the wheelchair could come this way so we can get your energy
Oh, okay.
passing over the chair.
Guy's good. All right.
I meant you need to stand up first.
All right.
Sorry about that.
No worries. No worries.
Please, now.
Bill's a professional. On movie sets, he moves things around, so he knows what needs to be done. There we go.
And we can bring our fellow
Okay.
here.
Come on. All right.
I don't want you to be having the energy passing by over the top of your head. He needs to direct at you.
All right. That's your dog?
This is Bear, yeah.
Oh,
There.
Bear.
Bear.
Good name for a dog, Bear.
Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls. We're all one. We're going to fill this room.
There you go. All right.
All right?
All right. So now that we're all kind of here, now we're going to start. That wasn't the start. I was just kind of rattling on, killing time. Yeah. Why you came here is what you got to ask yourself. Shadow's been asking himself that all morning. Why in the hell am I here? Right? I mean, it's been whispering in your mind. People show up at these things and sometimes they even amaze themselves like, and you sponsored me, you didn't even know me. That's amazing. But once again, and I've said it at your house, once again, there are no strangers here. Those people that were supposed to be here are here. Those that aren't here, they were never going to be here. Things come up, things disappear. Listen for the message that's for you. Open your heart. Because my message is really simple. I'm really telling people that there's no dogma. You don't need no scriptures. Follow anything you want. I don't care. I don't want to convert anybody to anything. If you're happy being whatever you are, love it. Embrace it. You know, if you're Catholic, if you're Jewish, it doesn't matter. God loves you all. Because God and you are one. It's all part of the one. Doesn't matter. But love matters. So if you're practicing something that doesn't have love for others, you might want to examine it. Not for me to tell you. But real love is for all. And that means dogs, cats, birds, trees, the environment, other people. People that don't believe like you believe. And right now, we really need that in this country to go, you know what? I don't agree with this person, but I love them anyway. I don't like what they do. I don't like what they say, but I'm going to love them in spite of that. Doesn't cost you anything. And it gives you a good night's sleep. And some of us could use a good night's sleep, right? You agree with me? Yeah. Yeah, okay. We're good. So, I've spent my life traveling all around the world. I spent a lot of time in India. Not in Egypt yet, I'm sorry. No Egypt, but probably in fall, I'll be in Egypt. So, wherever I go and wherever I've lectured or given a workshop, I found the same problem. People do not love themselves. I'm going back to this theme. You go, oh, he's talking about love. And people don't really love themselves. If you really want the foundation of change in your life, when you start really loving yourself and embracing who you are, and I say, oh my God, I'm a victim of this. How can I love myself now? I'm not, I'm getting old. I'm getting crickety, whatever. look in the mirror. You're enough. You're okay. You woke up in the morning, hooray, you got another day. That means you got another day to love and serve, because that's why you're here. When you look at somebody getting old, and I'm telling you, I've seen people 48 and 50 years old that act old because they got no purpose every day. They get up, it's, why am I up? What am I doing? Got to play around the golf. I'm going to go fishing. Going to get my RV, drive around 3-4 months. And then what? You're not here for that. I mean, it's fun. Do it. I don't want to discourage anybody. But if that's your full diet of life, then it's kind of shallow water. We're really here to swim in the cosmic consciousness. Explore it all. Why do you always have music in your head? I'm You are enough. You're beautiful inside, okay? You are enough. Don't try. Just be. Okay, just want to get a feel where we're going to go with this. Okay, I'm rattling on. I can continue to rattle on, but it's supposed to be a question and answer thing. So if you got a question, I don't care how crazy it is, because I'm a crazy man and I'll answer it and make sense of it. Anybody got a question? Something you're concerned about there? When I was in India, I had a question, so I'll start off with a question. When I was in India, one of my trips, 2009, and I'm sitting around a sacred fire, and it's like 3-something in the morning, and the only two people that are still left up are the two old guys, me and the guru. You know, he's like a year and a half older than me, and there's me, and I'm, you know, me and Dirt's pretty close to the same age, and all the young people pooped out and gone to bed. So I'm sitting there, 3:30 in the morning. I got a guru there, starry sky. I'm at an ashram in India. Yeah, I go, I got a question. And I thought, well, it's a stupid question, but I'm going to ask it anyway. I go, who made God? I mean, think about that. Who made God? Can you take nothing and make something? What's the first day? And if this is the first day, then you had to have a yesterday, right? And when's now over? Because you can't have a now, because if I say this is now, that's already the past. There's no time in where I'm talking where there is a now. It's always in the past, because you've listened to something that's already happened. So I asked the guru, I go, seriously, I said, who made God? You know, because I've had this question in Sunday school and drove all the people at the Assembly of God Church when I was little, drove them all crazy in in Sunday school. Don't bring Billy around anymore. He asks crazy questions. It's like, who made God and what's the first day? Well, I was serious. So I go, no, really, seriously. And he looks at me and he's very quiet. And I go, oh boy, I must think it was a crazy question, you know. And he says, I've had that same question myself. And he's this big guru guy, right? Yogaraj, you know who he is. And he says, I asked that question when he was up in the Himalayas and he met these, you know, great yogis and everything. He goes, yeah, I asked them the same question. They all kind of sat around in the cave going, good question. We don't know. You know? And I thought, really? I travel all the way to India looking for this great wisdom and the best you can tell me is you don't know? It's like, well, yeah. And I said, well, is it possible that God was made by a God? In other words, we're worshiping a God that's actually a dream of another God. He goes, yeah, it's possible. Well, then is it possible that God that made that God has a God? He goes, that's possible. He says, like Russian dolls. I said, yeah, just like Russian dolls. One God's. I mean, where's this dream end? That'll keep you awake at night, because you don't need that question. You're already awake at night. But that was one of the questions that I pondered, and I asked, you know, somebody in a regular church, and they always, well, you know, there always was, God never, you know, and I'm going, no, that doesn't really answer the question, because really, you got God creating something, right, from something, him, her, force, whatever. But where did it start? So let that haunt you for a while. I don't have an answer for it, but I'll tell you this. Love, because I think of God as love. Love is the consciousness that created everything before, later, future, now, this moment. Anything that will ever be created has been created by the vibration of love. Maybe God created himself. Maybe love just gave birth to the universe. And we all saying, well, it's God. No, it's us. It's us. Maybe us are God. There's a good toy store. Us are God. Oh, sorry, that was Toys R Us, right? Well, God are us. But so that's one of the questions I pondered. And in case you're reading my newest book, which is Cosmic Chronicles, I took all these crazy questions and I tried to answer them. And that's the only one I couldn't really answer. I don't have an answer for that. But at least in my world, I'm honest enough to say, I don't know. I don't have an answer for that. But every time I ask a person that runs a religion, and I go to one of these religions, no, this is it. And God created the world in 7 days, 7 nights, really 24 hours. I mean, what? So I'm telling all of you, it doesn't matter what you believe. It doesn't matter what God is. But if you believe God is this force and this power for love, what does it matter? When you love everyone as yourself, and you see everyone as yourself, then it doesn't matter. Because in the end, the only thing that matters is who'd you love? Who'd you love? When it's all over, who'd you love? Come on in. There we go. So, I asked a stupid question. Anybody want to follow up with another stupid question? You're welcome to it.
Yeah, how do you visualize love?
Okay. That is one of those other questions that I'm going, whew. I think of it as this way. If I'm telling myself and I'm telling you and I tell everybody that we're all one, right? Meaning God and you are one. When you love God, you love yourself. When you love yourself, you love God. And then if you think, well, I got to love my neighbor as myself, then that's all the same thing. And if I got to love my enemy too, it's all one. So, but how do you visualize loving yourself? To me, it's not visualization, more as feeling. I feel love. When you have a child or a dog or anything, a flower, all living things feel love. When a kid is born and the mother's with it, the kid knows the mother loves the child, right? You don't have to train somebody to know and feel love. This is where I'm coming from. It's a basic inner function of your soul. You know love when you see it. You may not be able to visualize it or speculate with words what it is, but you know love when it happens to you. And when you give it, you know love when you give it. And that doesn't answer your question, but it makes you ponder really the depth of that, because it's like, how do we know God? And I'm telling you God is love, and you're saying, how do you visualize love? And I'm saying, how do you see God? Is God Jesus to you? Is God Buddha? Is God light, energy? Whatever way you see God, you see love. And that's as close of an answer as I can give you, and that's not definitive. And anybody, if you ask people that are leading groups or churches or politicians or whatever, when people have absolute answers, they probably don't know. I'm serious. I mean, it's like, I've been to a couple of channelers, not by choice, I was there, but it's like whatever question they're asked, they got it. Yeah, there's a ghost. They always got, they never say, nope, that person's not here. Nope, I don't have an answer. Move on. But everybody knows everything. And I'm telling you, that's not the way it works. I mean, I know my wife, she knows everything. She's so psychic. How psychic is she? My wife is so psychic. that she knows I'm wrong 10 minutes before I open my mouth. No matter what I'm going to say, she already knows it's wrong. So she predicts it. Oh, you're right. I was wrong. So that's the best I can do on that, Shadow. I'm sorry. But in my personal life, when I feel light, I feel a light inside, I feel a tingling, I feel bliss. To me, that's love. And when I've had 3 near-death experiences, and each one produces this profound, overwhelming embrace by the universe of love. It's odd that when you leave the body, physical body, and there's no clothing of flesh around you and your aches and pains and I am this, I am that, and you look back and you sense there's my body, it's not you, and you realize you're just a consciousness that continues to go on and on and on, you feel this embrace. It's love. And it's more than you'll ever feel ever again. And it's a shame that most people only feel it when they die. Because it's there surrounding us all the time. So if you get into a real deep meditation, and you open your heart chakra, you don't even have to open your mind. Just open your heart chakra. Don't analyze. One of the problems with this word right now is we analyze with data to death. We just, does she love me? Does he love me? We analyze even that question. Feel, sense, trust your heart. I've said this before. I always tell people that, I sense this with my heart. I feel this with my heart. My heart tells me this. And then I think I mentioned this at your house. I talked about, they'd done a study and found that the actual tissue of the heart, there's like about 28 or 30% of the heart tissue is the same as brain tissue. So you really do think with your heart. It actually has the same kind of cells there. They didn't know that till recently, about 15 years ago or something, or 10 years ago. So when your heart tells you something, listen, that's a good meter. It's important. All right, any other questions? Yep, oh, yeah, good.
This is deeply personal for me.
Okay.
I've had Lyme disease for over 50 years.
How many years? 15?
50.
50?
And it was on
So you got it when you were 5 years old? Okay, we'll let it go at that. Close, okay.
So many gifts, put me hard on the path, etc. But it's just been so grinding. I don't know what else it is trying to teach me. And every time I try to heal, it pulls up my knees, pulls up my gut, my head. It's just extremely frustrating. Trapped, how do I get out to where I can move forward with the gifts that I have inside of me that I desire to give, right? To love and be loved. So that's my question.
Well, I'll tell you what, that probably was bothering a lot of people, because some people it's a bad back, anxiety, diseases, cancer, whatever it may be, and chronic ones like migraines. There's people just crazy migraines, and it will drive you really up the wall. But back pain is another one of those things. And then what's the other one? Irritable bowel syndrome that just kind of destroys lives. There's a lot of things out there. Now you can do one or two things. You can become a victim and moan and groan about it and complain, but which you haven't. Or you can embrace it. And this is the crazy part. And you go, this guy's telling me to embrace it and find a gift. Love it? What? Because throw me my hat over there, Bill. Throw me my hat. All right. Love, forgiveness, and gratitude. Let's talk. Let me put that hat on for a minute. Pain and suffering are two different things. Pain is unavoidable in life, and you can do things to mitigate that to various degrees. Suffering is a choice, right? It's an attitude. It's like, this is terrible. As soon as you say that, you're already suffering. And this is incurable. That's another suffering. And you recognize it and you become a part of that disease. It pulls you into a dark hole. It can't help but. Even if you're a strong person, it's going to pull you into a dark hole. So I'm telling people, look at what this disease gifted you. And you're going, that is the craziest answer. Don't stop talking. I'm out of here. Right back my... Because even cancer, I've had cancer since 1979. And I look at that as a gift. And I love my cancer because I love my cancer because it's taught me so much about my spiritual life. It's taught me how to heal others. And if I hadn't gone through all the stuff that I'd gone through physically, me standing before you and saying love heals wouldn't mean anything. It's like me going to an AA meeting and I've never drank. I mean, nobody's going to listen to me there, are they? It's like, yeah, okay, what do you know, guy? Yeah, you'd give us advice on drugs, alcohol, and you've never been there. But I'm telling you, I'm coming to you, and I've been through all these things physically and, beat up and everything. And I'm saying, I've been on the other side. And in spite of all that, in spite of dying 3 times and all these other things hanging over me, I continue to say, everything happens as it's supposed to. So in your case, everything happens as it's supposed to. So this has slowed you down. It's caused you to look at things differently. Explore that feeling. But today, I'm going to give everybody a little energy boost before they go. We're going to do a little hands-on the last 40 minutes or so. And you could take that energy for self-healing yourself. This is not a self-healing workshop. I had one yesterday, but I'll still give you the experience of hands-on. Because what I tell people is, all healing is self-healing. I don't care if you go to a doctor. I don't care if you go in the hospital. I don't care if you do acupuncture, New Age. It doesn't matter what you do. It all gets down to you. Do you accept this gift of healing? And I've found people, because I've tried to heal PTSD veterans, for example. And there's some people just hang on to this stuff. They don't want it to let go. They're getting something out of it. I met somebody that, they're sick, but when they're sick, they don't have any responsibilities. They got excuses not to do stuff. People feel sorry for them. People give them gifts. Everybody, oh, whoa, and they hang on to whatever they got. So take a hard look at what's going on in your life with this. There's a teacher there. The universe is trying to tell you something.
Yeah, that's why I'm asking you.
And I'm telling you that
And I don't really know if this
when your karma's debt is done, number one, look in the mirror if you're looking for a savior. That's the image. This crazy old fat Irishman up here can lay his hands on you and you can get better. You'll get better. You'll be healed. If you don't believe that, or you ask, just me looking at you should be enough. And I've had experiences where that happens. But it's not me doing anything. It's like your belief in what I'm doing, your belief in me, but it's you that's doing everything. You are your own healer. So you're asking the question, when's this going to get over? You're holding the answer within you someplace. And then I tell people, whatever it is, stop fighting it. Do what you got to do medically, but don't stop fighting it. It's a fact. You got it. Boom. Okay. Surrender. Whatever is. Whatever's supposed to be, is. It's all okay. And don't go crying to God like, God, I have this. You got to cure me. Like, God doesn't know you have it. The God you believe in doesn't know you have this. And the God you believe in just randomly gave you this for no reason, and you don't need it. And then God's given it to you, and you don't need it. It's a mistake. If you're praying to God, asking, then you have no faith. You should start with gratitude. Well, thank you, God, for giving me this. I love my cancer. I actually love my cancer because you're supposed to love your enemy. that's my head. It's been eating up my body. I'm going, that's okay. They cut my nose off. Yeah, and but they saved my ears and my lips. I still got those little pieces gone, but it's good. It's hard to surrender because every time people pray, they ask for something. God, you don't know, man. You got to save my 94-year-old grandmother. I mean, she's getting ready to die. Well, yeah, that's what happens when you get to be around 94 or less. It's your time. You can't change that too much. But pain and suffering, you come to the right doctor. That we can deal with. And a full healing, it's on your plate, but I'll give you the energy. And if you trust and you believe, it'll happen. And I say that thinking, well, it's a placebo effect, but in truth, at many of my workshops, attended by several of the people that are even here, I've had remote healings take place where the group, so-and-so's in a coma, like in Santa Anita. I was in Santa Anita, a church in Santa Anita, and the pastor goes, well, Reverend Bill, we got this wonderful parishioner, and she's been in a coma for 3 weeks with a stroke. 3 weeks unconscious in a coma with a stroke. And we're worried about it because, it looks like, they're kind of giving up on her. And can you do something? I said, well, I can't change death. That's not my job. I don't have that rank. I'm not that powerful. But nobody can. But let's see what we can do. So the whole group gathered. We all sent out energy. We chanted 3 ohms. I had some beautiful voice chanting it like you do. And we sent the ohms. And we didn't notify the family members. We didn't tell anybody anything. Next day, I get a email from the minister saying, Reverend Bill, like she was surprised I wasn't. She goes, Reverend Bill, the lady came out of a coma. She's feeding herself today, and she's going in therapy next week. Now, that doesn't happen right away. You just don't go, boom, you're feeding yourself solid food, with a spoon and fork, and 3 weeks in a coma. But she wasn't there. And then we did the same thing in Bavaria in Germany, in the Bavarian Forest. We're staying in this really great place. And it was a 3-day retreat. And one of the ladies there, she didn't speak English, and she was German. And she come in crying on the 3rd day of this retreat. I've been working with them for 3 days. So this group was, we're only going to be together for an hour, a few hours. But when I have somebody for 3 weeks, every day, all day, the vibration is really good, right? But she comes in on the 3rd day and she's crying. So I asked the translator, I said, what's going on? And the translator finds out that she called her older sister at the hospital, or actually she's in hospice. Her sister had terminal cancer of the bones or some real painful place. I think the bones is very painful, but it was and when she tried to talk to her before she came to the Sunday thing, it was all crying. She couldn't get a word, didn't understand a word her sister said. It was just, I'm in pain, and that was it. And she was teary when she was telling us this, and I said, okay. And I gathered the group around before we went to lunch, and I said, okay. I'd pick somebody with a good voice like yours, and I'd say, let's chant Om, follow him, right? Which we'll do this later. We'll follow his Om because he's got a good voice. And we sent it out just like the SR, we sent it out, Om, right? But we're all visualizing love going to this lady because everybody was so empathetic with this lady. We come back from lunch, and she's smiling. She's happy. Found out that when we sent it, exactly when we sent it, although she didn't know we were doing it, pain-free. When she called her sister was joyous and laughing on the phone saying, well, such time, the pain just went away. It abandoned me. And she felt great. That was about April of last year, and I got a message in November that she was still pain-free and still kicking and in good spirits. Which takes away the argument about, Reverend Bill just plays the placebo. She didn't know it was coming. Neither the lady in the coma. They didn't expect it. They didn't ask for it. They didn't know. And yet, the power of love heals. The power of love heals, but it has to start within you. If you don't love you, there's no cure. And that's cold. Because if you can't love yourself, you can't really truly love God. Oh, who here had to leave at 1 o'clock? Come up here. We can a chair. Why don't you? Or she can stand. That's okay. All right. Not. We'll ever stand. Okay. All right. So I'm going to demonstrate for those that didn't go to my workshop yesterday what I do. But I have you missed a whole bunch of reasons why. But basically, I'm trying to charge the frequency and upgrade her spiritual battery. That's layman talk. Basically, we all vibrate at a certain level of frequency, and that frequency will heal us if we allow it to manifest as love within us. So Reverend Bill doesn't want to get, Reverend Bill healed somebody. Reverend Bill don't heal anybody. That's you, healing you. And that's why I give you the charge of energy into your spiritual battery for you to use that reservoir of love, which I've increased, to heal yourself. Physically, mentally, or spiritually. Your choice. I always suggest to people, just give it to God. Let it go where it's supposed to go. Get what you need, not necessarily what you want. And what I do is I have them stand around, I have them look me in the eye, because I want to look, when they look at them in the eye, I want them to see their cells. All right. You want to come here too? Come here. All right. Yeah, all right. But they want to see themselves. I want them to see themselves as their own healer. But looking in my eyes also, because I do the hands-on, everybody feels the energy and everything. Been fantastic stories on that. But truth of the matter is, I don't need to do that. Just looking in your eyes, if you're receptive, there's greater healing energy coming from my eyes than there is my hands. But people like the hands-on, they can feel it. And if I tell them, and most people, they don't believe in instantaneous miracles. So it's like, in 3 days you feel better. They can believe that. Or 30 days if you drink water and do this mantra. So all these shamans always give you something to do because it increases your belief and buy-in. I'm telling you, if you're strong enough, if you believe in love, that's it. All right? So we do this eyeball thing, but I'm also looking in there to see what kind of energy she needs and what I got to do. So I'm looking in there. And then I tell the person, I'll tap here and I'll say, focus your attention here, spiritual eye. And I'll tell her, close it. Look up there with closed eyes. Okay? And then I'll take the frontal part of the brain and the back part of the brain, and then I'll just vibrate energy into her. You are enough. God loves you. Go forth. To the level of your belief, you will be helped. And that sounds like one of these canvas tent preachers out there in the South, but I'm telling you, to the level of your belief, you will heal yourself. It's not Reverend Bill. It's not magic. Okay, I hope that answered your question. How's that for an answer? So, for you, where do you feel the symptoms the most? All over?
Probably hips and legs the most.
Okay. When you're sitting, when you get up in the morning and at night, visualize light and love around those parts of your body. Close your eyes, focus here, and then start this mantra. 3 parts. Love, right? Loving yourself as you are. Loving your disease as it is. Love is the key, right? Just love everything and know your oneness with all. And then forgive yourself. This is a 3-part thing. If you love yourself but you don't forgive anybody and you don't forgive yourself, I knew better than that. I'm smarter than everybody. I shouldn't have did these things, right? I shouldn't have did drugs. I shouldn't have did this. I shouldn't have said that. Whatever it is, forgive yourself. It's done. It's over. When you can forgive yourself, you can forgive others. And forgiving others is not going out and telling people you forgive them. It's an inner thing. It's you releasing them. Now, if somebody comes to you asking forgiveness, then give it to them. But you don't go to people that haven't asked for forgiveness and forgive them unsolicited because you're just inviting abuse more. Don't do that, right? So love yourself, and that expands to loving all. Forgive yourself. It's a ritual you go through. And then you got gratitude. Be grateful for everything in your life, including the disease, whatever you have. Including that. Well, thank you. You're now making me go inward and work on my spiritual, which you might not have done if you were perfectly healthy. You might be off, doing something else and having a gay time and forgetting about everything else. That's a gay time. That doesn't mean the same thing as it did in the 50s, I guess. I should rephrase that. I don't want any political correct people coming after me. But anyway, you know what I mean? This is within you. But when you get those three things going within you, and you just focus on that and focus on it, give it love. That's how I don't use pain pills. That's how I healed my broken teeth, which is another whole story if you were to workshop. That's how I've healed broken bones in the leg, the knee. For other people, I've taken people out of comas. All this has happened because I just practiced something called love in all its forms. It's just love. But you got to love you fully. You got to look in the mirror and say, I'm enough. I don't have to do anything to be loved. The God in me loves me no matter what it is. You are enough. You deserve to be healthy. You should be healthy. Not, this is a punishment, it's my karma, it's, don't resign to anything. But if it happens, then it's there. Live with it. But give it love. Okay. Another question. Yo!
I don't have a question, but it's beautiful confirmation when you are manifesting it. I was the whole month of January, I was ill, and then I've been checking what was COVID, or all the establishment running around, all doctors, hospitals. But it wasn't that. It was just an influenza that put me flat, And what was it? It was like a resurrection. Because I felt to use it to help myself in that state about what you're talking. Reflecting, accepting, breathing, gratitude, all that went through my system. And what happened is that I felt a transformation, a very subtle transformation, which is the realization of the change that brought me from there to where I am now.
Spiritual evolution, not revolution.
And
But see, you discovered a truth, even though you didn't read about it or hear about it maybe, but self-discovery. True things, the true principles are always discovered within. I tell people, you're always asking outside yourself for the answers when everything's really within you. And it's like, with my books, I'm having them published. What is this on your copyright? You're telling people on your copyright here that this book is copyrighted, but if they want to copy it, go ahead. Just let me know. You can't do it. I go, yes, I can. There's not an original idea or anything out there. It's all one mind. If I had this thought, it's yours. I am a messenger. Not the messenger. I am a messenger. And the message is important, and the message is about love and forgiveness and gratitude. That's it. When you start following people and you put them on a pedestal and you look for them for all the answers, I'm asking questions. No, forget that for a minute. But if you're looking for all your answers outside yourself, you're missing a vital teacher in a process. Now, let's get real. There's people out there that are delusional, crazy, they're not with it, and they need somebody that's actually acts as a mentor, as a teacher, as a guru. But at some point in time, one reaches a certain place, they realize that I'm looking in all the wrong places. I'm looking outside of me, when ultimately, in the end, when you get to a certain time and place and energy, you realize I've always had all the answers within. I am. That's all you need. I am. That's it. Here it is. Thank you. Anybody got a question, comment? Yeah, my man.
Well, a question, thank you.
Yeah.
The question I had, you mentioned near-death experiences several times. I've always found them intriguing because people come back changed. Not so much, they come back with different talents, different circuits open, different missions, etc. So I wanted to know a little more about that. I mean, I'm not looking to dive off the roof or anything like that, but at the same time, I look at this and say, okay, how do I create the step up spiritually in my own life that people get from a near-death experience?
All right, so let's go to the scriptures, which I don't normally do, but in the scriptures, the New Testament, what Jesus say? Daily I die. And churches never interpret that, do they? It's a death to the ego, which is more changing than a death to the body. Because if we all have to have a near-death experience, it's going to be a pretty sick world out there, and it's painful, and that's not the way you instantaneously become enlightened. And just because you have a near-death experience doesn't mean you're enlightened. It's just, it opens up new channels, and you realize that eternity is real. There's no break in consciousness. A lot of people claim they've been changed because it opens their eyes, and some people come back and they think now they got all the answers, and I'm saying no, they don't. And if you have to die to get them like that, that's not a good, healthy thing. And I'm telling you, if you want to find it, just like people that, well, I'm going to use ayahuasca and LSD and I'll find enlightenment. No, you're not. You're going to get a simulation of the real thing. It's not it. Because the real thing is love. A near-death experience, your karma needed that awakening, reset you on your course and your directions, because that's what happens mostly. But if you're a Christian and you believe in it, you'll see Jesus, you'll see your dog and your mother. I mean, the divine is very good at giving you what you believe and feel comfortable with when you're dead, right? But if a Hindu will have a different experience, Muslim will have a different experience, Mormon will have a different experience. So it's all set on your beliefs and expectations to some degree. If you believe in hell and you just, did something terrible to yourself, you're probably going to have a hellish after, on the other side, people, oh, there's hell, I was there, I committed suicide, All right, first off, there is no hell. If you want hell, watch cable news. That's as close as you're going to get, right? But, and I mentioned this yesterday, and I think it's worth mentioning again. Every one of you is playing around believing you got free will. You make all the worst choices in the world, all the worst choices you can make in the world, where you end up at eventually, in a now that's in another dimension, you're a Buddha. You're a Jesus. We're all enlightened. We're just focusing on the wrong now. Since all now and all time and everything is now, the past and the future is all happening simultaneously. So I can sit here or stand here in this particular case and look around and say, I'm lecturing to equal Buddhas. We're all one. The only difference is I see and remember tomorrow. That's my book title, I Remember Tomorrow. I see you as that. And I recognize you as a fellow traveler. But you don't. All you see is your pain and suffering today and this level where you're at. And it's hard to see tomorrow, let alone remember tomorrow. You have to look at this thing in a trajectory. No matter what you do to mess up, no matter how much you screw up your life, no matter how bad things get, no matter what happens, nobody's dissolved, washed away, erased, because we're all one. It's only one consciousness. So we're all getting to wherever it's at, because we're all going to awaken. And this dream life will be gone. You are living in this dream because you believe in your personal history. You got all these things, and therefore you believe in a body. You have to have a body. If you believe in all this and you got an ego, then you're a prisoner of the body. And that also means that you believe in birth. And then joy, peace, love, pain, suffering, and death. And then if you believe in all that, you also believe in heaven or hell or whatever those other levels you want. But wherever you go, you still got that ego because you're still separate from the source. The source is us. It's one cosmic consciousness. And as long as you're separate from that, even if you're an angel, you still got an identity. Even if you're a blazing light out there, rainbow body, you're still separate from the source. You still got a little bit of ego that separates you from being absorbed into one. This is a dream. And I say that because there's people that have lost children and they've lost spouses and terrible things have happened to them. And when I tell them it's all a dream, they don't want to beat me up and run me out of town. No, it's real. I got all this pain. Yes, because you accepted the whole belief system. You believe in birth. You even believe in life after birth and life after death. Therefore, then you believe in reincarnation. It all kind of goes. Because I was asked on a radio show in Budapest back in about 5 years ago, and the guy goes, obviously, Reverend Bill, you believe in reincarnation. And I go, not really. No, I don't. And the guy goes, no, I've watched your videos. I've read your books. You believe in, I said, I don't even believe in incarnation. What do you mean? I said, this is all dream. It's not real. I have an identity. I have a wife. I have a history. Therefore, I'm living in this dream. To me, it's a reality. But at some other level, which I experience once in a while, at another level, I know it's only a dream. There's nothing real. And for some people, unfortunately, the dream is a nightmare. People have found that living on this earth, this earth existence is not such a great place at times. And everybody wants to escape. Every seeker, I got to get out of here. I'm out. This is my last lifetime. It's got to be. I don't want to come back. Not that easy. Because even if you have a positive, beautiful desire, like you want to build an orphanage, or you want to save the world, or you want to be self-enlightened, those are all desires. You got to come back here to fill them. You got to fill them. So, bottom line, there's only love. Surrender to it. All right, another question. Yeah.
I've always been interested in near-death experiences. Did you go to the same place often?
Oh, no, my three near-death experiences are so unrelated to each other and so unrelated to anybody else's. I've never heard one like any of my three. I mean, maybe I'm crazy or something, but first near-death experience, I was 8.5 years old. And instead of having a life review, like, you die in your life review, I shouldn't have pulled my sister's hair, kicked the dog or something, right? Killed those ants, whatever. I mean, at 8 years old, what do you got to look back on, right? I actually had a 50-year preview forward, 50 years. And you can read about these in my books and stuff and my videos, but And then the next one was 50 years to the day that I had the first one, because that preview that I had going forward, in the preview I was at Babaji's Cave. And I go, oh, eventually I'm going to get to Babaji's Cave, like is, the one that's in Autobiography of a Yogi. And I thought, and then when I got there, I'm going, wait a minute, this was the end of my life review, or, forward review. This is, what's happening tomorrow, right? So I reached the end, so I'm thinking, wow. So I'm kind of wandering from the cave, and I have a heart attack and fall off a 30-foot cliff. Boom, on my back, I'm dead. And I'm thinking, well, that was it. That was as far as my life went, right? But apparently it wasn't done. Anyway, so long story short, a cobra, very large cobra. Is there any other kind besides large? Anyway, large cobra crawling across my ankles and my calves and everything. I looked out, I'm looking at it and sensing it from out of my body, and I felt such love, such great love for the cobra. I'm crazy, but I really, and so it was like, clear, boom, and I jumped up and I grabbed the snake and I kept grabbing it, and I was trying to hold it, and it was kept, we're talking about in the Himalayan mountains, we're talking about 10, 12 feet, whatever it was, cobra with, big head, big fangs, and I'm trying to grab it until it escaped. Anyway, so that's number 2, and there's a lot more to that story. And then the third one was when I was having open heart surgery, 8-hour surgery, and they had me on a heart-lung machine and basically kill your body. They stop your heart, they stop your lungs, and everything's done on a machine. And I found myself materialized in India at a Shiva temple that was predicted to happen that month, which in the prediction on a Nadi palm leaf reading, which is another whole story, I was told I was going to go to this temple and I would look over and I'd see this mountain, and more of a hill, and I'd walk a couple hours, 2 to 4 hours uphill. And when I got to the top, I would see a clearing with where all the rishis would be at, the great ones, the guys that wrote the Nadi Palms, and the great rishis. There's 18 of them. And when you go there, what I was told, and this was predicted to me, I thought, well, this must be metaphorical, And then I had a heart attack in India and left and went back to America. And I go, oh, because that was a month before this is supposed to happen. I'm saying, oh, that ain't going to happen because I'm not there. I'm operating table, right? But I'm on this hike in a body, not an astral body, I'm bumping into people, I'm sweating, I got skin. I'm in a body and I feel what's happening to the other body inside in me every time they're moving and cutting and doing something. I could kind of sense it. So it wasn't an out-of-body experience, it was a two-body experience. So I would say it was a little different. So anyway, I'm at this top of the mountain with all these rishis, and that's where I had this experience with the cloud, with the faces, and making the choice, and told that I didn't have any karma to come back to. I didn't know anybody, anything, but all these people, dogs, cats, all that stuff I talked about earlier, they would miss this love I was going to give them, whatever it was. Spiritual, mental, physical healings, maybe inspiration. But that's where I saw everybody. There's no more strangers for me. When I do a gathering, there's no more strangers. If you're here, you were seen, and this was planned in 2011, so where's your free will? I already knew I was going to see you in 2011. And the dog. No coincidence. So again, where's your free will? See, you can't mess up. The divine has got this magnet that's just pulling everybody in. It doesn't matter what you do. You have a moment in your life where you realize, I'm at the bottom, things are terrible. And someone or something wakes you up. And you desire to change. You desire to change. It becomes real. And then what happens after you change and you save yourself and you're rolling along? What's the next thing? What's the next step in the evolution? Well, it's not good enough for me just to be healthy and well and good. I got to help everybody else. You ever notice that? You notice that with groups that you work with, right? And that's when you even get better. Because when you become a giver instead of always a taker, your life changes. You're here not to get, but to give. You're here not to be understood, but to understand. You're here not to be loved, but to love. And when you follow that principle of St. Francis, it's all love. It's all love. So you can have 1,000 questions of things and what should I believe, what I don't want to believe, what church I go. It doesn't matter what church you go. If the church feels good for you socially and for your family and everything and you're not hurting anybody, enjoy it. God has no religion. Jesus wasn't a Christian. Buddhist wasn't a Buddhist. We are all. We're everything. Did I answer your question? I don't even remember what the question was. But there you go. Any other questions? Okay, what do we got? All right, let's do this because we're going to do some hands-on for those that want it. And then we got some food here and stuff and socializing and then personal questions and stuff. But I wanted you to realize that when you came here today, on great faith, not knowing what was going to happen or what I was going to say, and realize this, Reverend Bill didn't know what the hell he was going to say either. I mean, that's just the way it is. I just rattle on based on the needs of the group. Okay? First off, we're going to do this. Why don't you, somebody roll him forward. Why don't you come right here? Right in this spot, right here. This is the, where's he at? Is this the portal? Where's he at? This right here? Okay, right there. That's good. All right. I've asked him to come today because we're going to do a couple things. One, the power of us is much greater than the power of just one. No matter how low your energy may be, you think, no. Combining all our batteries together with our love, we're all going to help them. Did Dennis, is he still here? Yeah, I'd like him to come down here to chant Om. So what we're going to do is I'm going to do hands-on. And when I'm doing the hands-on, I want the whole group with your hands raised, towards him, pointing towards him when we get ready to do this. And I want you to really feel it here in the heart chakra. And visualize love coming through your crown chakra, coming out your hands. And I want you to send the love here. Because Dennis is going to be chanting Om for us shortly here when we do this. So I'm going to have you chant love Om 3 times. And as I'm doing this, so wait till I start. And then everybody's going to chant with you. They're going to put their hands out. We're going to send love. You're going to focus here, look there. We're going to send the love right through here, through his spine, out his arms, and out his heart. Going to light him up. Okay. Wheel them back. Thank you. Feel that in your heart chakra. There's power in us. Be careful of people that want to divide us into separate groups. We're one. Love those that oppress you. Love those that hate you. Love those that belittle you. But don't necessarily have to like them, please don't. But love them. Okay? That will start working on you to the power of your own faith and belief. It's within you. You can only cure you when you want to be cured. You're holding the keys. Okay? Simple as that.
I was laying in bed this morning with my little guys. And this one, he and his brother like to talk about their superpowers. And he came right up to me and he laid his hands on me and he goes, Dad, my hands are my superpowers. And so when you guys were doing the hands thing, I told him, I said, put your hands up.
All right, here's what you don't know. When he came in, the chair was right here in the portal. He climbed up right on it and sat there. He was in charge of the energy. Right? Beautiful thing. All right, it's 1:30. What time you want to start eating at what time? 2? Okay, we got a half hour. Who is in need of hands on here? Yes, definitely. Come on up here. Okay. Look me in the eyes. See yourself. Focus here. Close your eyes. Okay. Is that me breathing, making that noise? That's annoying me. I was going to say, throw that guy out, whoever's breathing, man. God, I hate breathers. All right. Can you guys hear me without it?
Yeah.
Oh, I need it for those guys. Okay. Boy, that's a lot of breathing. I'm alive. Okay. Look me in the eyes. Here. Close your eyes. Look at your spiritual eye. Now, she took her glasses off because she's heard me before, maybe. In Texas last month, 'cause I tell people they come up with glasses, I go, take your glasses off. She wasn't listening. Take your glasses off for the healing. All she heard was glasses and healing. She took the glasses off a month and maybe 5-6 weeks ago. She never put them back on again. She doesn't need them. Apparently in her mind it was, oh, he's healing my eyes. In the real world was she was healing her eyes because she believed what she thought she heard. There's a difference. Okay? Also, you got blue eyes, right? Make sure. In Hawaii, I had 70-some people at a time, which exhausts me. But this one lady came up, and she was, I was going to say an older lady, that I realized she's 5 years younger than me, so it's all relative, I guess. So somebody in my age area, and she comes up, and I'm looking at her eyes, and she has hazel eyes, you know. But this eye all of a sudden just goes blue, turns blue, and the other one's flicking. And I tell her, I said, your eyes are turning blue. And then she goes, my eyes are hazel. They've always been hazel. She gets this big hissy flop, thing at the altar there at the church. And she's going on and on about, don't tell me I have color eyes. I said, no, they're turning blue. And she goes, no. Anyway, so I get through with her, and she kind of left like, everybody looking at me, why are you arguing with this lady about the color of her eyes? She comes back the next day when I'm doing a sermon in this church. It was in Honolulu. And she's crying just before I go up there to do the sermon. She goes, I'm sorry, Reverend Bill. She says, But when I left here, I went to a convenience store, and I'm in line, and there was this beautiful young girl there, and I said, "Oh, you're a beautiful young lady." And she looked at me, and this is what she said. And she looked at me and said, "Wow, what big, beautiful blue eyes you have." And then she broke down and cried there because she realized her eyes were blue at that time. But it was a message for her faith. She's coming the next day, of course, they were hazel. But anyway, so sometimes I say things I never question. I said, "No, you're right. I got in an argument with her. No, they're turning blue." Anyway. Yours are already blue. My God, it worked already. Magic.
I just want to make sure I could really see your eyes.
There you go. Okay, look at me. Focus here and then close your eyes. Okay, ready? You are enough. Go. Who's in need? How old are you? 11. I was never 11. I started off, I was 36 years old. Close your eyes and look right here. God loves you. Go. Boy, this thing sounds terrible. I love breathing. I hate breathers. Okay, look me in the eyes. Good. See yourself. You are healing you. Alls I'm doing is filling your divine battery with juice and energy. I'm trying to change your frequency so you are in charge. You are in charge of your own healing. I don't want your karma. You heal you, it's yours. You don't heal you, it's yours. You understand the principle? Reb Bill don't want no credit for nothing. I don't want any followers. I mean, it's just, I'm here as a message, with a message. Love is the message. Okay. Focus here. Close your eyes. Okay. Go forth. I used to really do those that, Bill, you've been around when I used to really charge people. People would fall out of their seats. I mean, it was like people would cry and laugh and all kinds of crazy stuff. But things have happened. You know, major things have happened. I didn't do any of them. Don't get hung up on the message or love is the answer. Love is the message. So be focused on that. Anybody else want a hands-on?
Sure.
I can do some privately afterwards, but come on up.
Thanks.
Okay. Hand me that. Just hold it out. Let me charge that for you.
Okay, thanks.
Okay. All right. Look me in the eyes. Focus here. God loves you. Go. Okay. I wanted to do those. I'll be around here if you want a private one, if you need a little shot. But I want to do those people I felt critical. You, come here. This is more preventative for you. Okay? Love is the best medicine and vaccine you can take. Right? Protect yourself. You are enough. You've always been enough. Love yourself. Forgive yourself. Don't believe the negatives. You are loved. Focus here. Oops. Go. What I do now is really a trickle. I've had to keep bringing down the energy. First time in Texas this year, not the second time. And my trip to Hawaii, I was doing lots of people. Like in Hawaii, I did, I don't know, 75 people a day like that. And what happened was, after the second day, about 150 people, I started hemorrhaging. I was bleeding. And then when I went to Texas, and I did several, a couple days of stuff with lots of people, and it was supposed to be a 2-hour thing, and everybody kept going and going. It was like 6 hours. And as soon as I immediately stopped, I was bleeding all over the place. So when I give, I give everything. So as you can tell, I'm kind of pausing. I've learned now, hey, you gotta pause. You can't just run them out like a machine here, because it's about energy. Okay? I love you all.
We love you back.
Thank you. Who needs a shot? Yeah, of course. Come on up here. I didn't want to embarrass you. All right. My God, he walks. It's a miracle. All right. Look me in the eye. I'm in a little help with this one too. Everybody put your hands. See, you're tuned into me. Very good. Put your hands out there. Can you give 3 ohms on this one? Focus here. Okay, clear. Go. Clay's probably been to more of these events that I do than me. Even when I'm not there, he's there. So, thank you. See, I didn't have to tell him to take his glasses off. Native American?
No. No, this is made by a medicine man. Yes.
Oh, medicine man. Okay. Had that energy. Okay, focus here. Okay. Take your glasses off. Look me in the eyes. See yourself. Close your eyes and focus right here in the spiritual eye. And be receptive to love. All right. Go. Bless you. Let's hear an amen. Amen, brother. Amen. God. The days when I was in the Assembly of God. Amen, brother. Let's hear for the Holy Ghost. Is there in a moment? All right. Brothers and sisters. All right. Sorry.
This is my friend Anya.
Okay. You have a friend.
I have lots of friends.
She's got friends.
She has a friend.
Everybody's doing.
Look me in the eye. Deeply. Okay. Close your eyes. Focus here. Love yourself. Forgive yourself. Okay. Forgive yourself. You are loved more than you'll ever know. Go. Hand me that. Okay. Look me in the eye. Focus here. Close your eyes. Go. Is that me breathing?
Still breathing.
Driving me crazy. Shut that old man up, somebody, please. Oh, God, strike him down. All right. I'm holding my breath. Focus here. Close your eyes. Focus on your spiritual eye. Spiritual alien. Okay. Focus on your spiritual eye. Go. Give this man a chair. Or me a ladder. Don't take a photo of this. This looks awful. Let's sit there. We'll get past the hat and you can donate as you go here too. All right. Yes. All right. I used to be this size once. And then my wife took my ego down to what it is today. Okay, focus here. Okay. All right. Let's put it over here. It's tall guys. I'm not short. There's just a lot of tall people in the world. It's all how you look at it, right? Right, Shadow? Shadow used to be my size once when he was 10. Okay, look me in the eye. Focus here. Who else would like to be done? Wait, give me that little guy. Hang on a second. Where'd the littlest guy? We'll do him later. Come on up here. How's your head feel? Good. Look me in the eyes. See yourself reflected back. All I'm doing is waking up that energy in you, filling the void with my energy. I'm gifting it to you. Use it wisely. Close your eyes and focus there. We're going to do a real soft charge on you. Okay? We're going to work the brain here for a little bit. Going to start off really gentle. Gave him a real soft charge because he had a head injury when he came in. Is that better? Lower. Lower? I gotta talk lower? Okay. Egypt, huh? Well, I ain't your mummy. Focus here. Blessings. Come on down. The next contestant on the Price is Right. All it costs you is love.
This is familiar.
Yeah. Okay. Look me in the eyes. Healing energy. It's yours. I'm giving it to you. It's you healing you. Just open your heart chakra. Look here. It didn't work. I was praying for hair for you. Oh, go we go. All right. All right. So what's going to happen is I want everybody to send him love, and you're going to lead a round of ohms for this young man. Wait. Before we do that, where's your holy water from the Lord's? Let's bless him. This is from Lord's France. Actual water. All right, young man, hang on. All right. You're special. He's special. We're not special. He's special. You enjoy that. All right, now look me in the eyes. All right. Oh, right. You're ready. Okay. All right. Now just hang on. All right. Give him an ohm. Where's all my spiritual healers? Hang on, sit right here. Boom, chipong, chipong, chipong. What other spiritual healers do I have here? Come on up. All put your hands on his head. Put your hand on the head. All right. His father can put a hand on the head too. All right. Let's all give him a love. Chant Om. Om. Put your hand on her. He's been blessed. All right, let's put the dog up there. Did you want one too? Let's bring it. Sit here and hold the dog. All right. Okay. All right. Now, believe it or not, when you want to bless your animal, just simply loving and petting them with love is all they really need. If you do it with love, you do it with love. Yeah, all right. All right. Okay. All right, we love you. We love you. Did I do you?
No.
You can let her down if you want. Focus here. Oh, now you want to get your licks in, huh? Okay, we'll just do this simple for the kids. Just a little simple. Just a simple. Ooh. Okay. Who'd got missed that wants one? Got one? Michael, come on up. Now notice something he's doing here for you healers. You might have noticed that he's ready to receive. His palms up, and he's ready, and his heart's opening up. You can feel that right away. Some people come up, open up. Okay. Okay. Let's do this first. Okay. Focus here. 2 o'clock. I did that perfect. There we go. All right, so what we're going to do now is a little fellowship. Oh, we got anybody else that? Okay. If I missed you, grab me. But we have some food coming in. If you need to use the restrooms down there, mingle, fellowship, hold this energy I gave you. Shadow we did earlier, unless you want another shot. You're good? We did you? Did you? We did you? Well, pretty much did everybody, I guess.
The one guy that walked outside, he walked out.
I'm in his house. I'll get him later. So I just want to thank you for trusting your own intuition, listening to your own heart, for Dennis opening up his beautiful meditation cave here. Calls it a temple. I call it a cave. But it's got energy when you walk in. You feel it. There's love in this house. And now there's food in this house. So blessings and love and peace to all of you. I have business cards floating around here someplace where they're at. Where? And books. Well, I got a handful left. All right. Oh, there they are. Okay. I only got a few of these left. I only got 2 left. All right. You make a donation. You want a book? Take one. I only got a couple left. I got business cards here if you want them. And we could set this up someplace. That's something for somebody. How do we set this up? Let's do this as a donation box. Yeah. And hang on.
I will be here.
Thank you. Oh, make an ending? An ending. All right, I'm told to make an official, formal looking ending on this thing. And as much as I hate to stop talking and rumbling on, when you leave here today, take the love you felt here today with you. It does any good to keep it to yourself. Spread it. Spread it, share it. Love belongs to everyone, even those people you disagree with greatly. Most especially. God bless you all. Thanks for coming.
You know, healers are the worst kind of healers for ourselves. I just wanted to tell you, I was in heart failure, and I felt that energy go directly to my heart, and it's still working on it, and I'm already breathing better, so I'm very, very grateful. Thank you so, so much. Thank you. I'm the hugger. Not like long hugs.
Well, I extend so much energy.
I give Dennis lots of hugs. That's my cat who passed. Hi. How are you doing, honey?
You finally moving out? You knew that last time when he came to your house. I get his stories and stuff. He shows a picture. Yeah, okay, yeah. I gotta go on up.
I have this picture, but not like this. This is amazing.
Yeah, it's hard to believe it. A guy looking like this. Oh, she's a
I'm
goddess.
sure it's a good thing.
So what? Model for Vogue or something? Get yourself something to eat. I'll be back to you.
Thank you so much. Perfect.
What's her name? What's the chiropractor? You were never training. Come on in, get you.
May I join you? Would you like something to eat? I'll go get you some. Yes? You know, I didn't hear everything you said because it's so loud. Would you like something to eat? Would that be okay? Okay, very small. They have salad, rice, stew. Want any of that? You love rice? Okay. Any salad? Okay. All right. Do you want me to put it in one dish? Was that it? Can you say yes or no? In one dish or two? In one dish? Okay, okay. I thought it would be easier. Okay. All right. I'm gonna be back. Just put my food right here. I'll be right back. I'm gonna go get your napkin just in case. Is that okay? I'm gonna save this for you too. I'm gonna put it right here. I'm gonna put it right there so you can see it. I'm gonna go get your napkins. I'm gonna get you napkins.
wants to eat a little bit. He wants to eat. He wants to try to eat a little bit. Yeah.